Jenny and Jeremy, breaking the ice.
Hi, my name is Ben Motteram, and it is an honour to be Breaking the Ice's first Australian guest.
Breaking the ice, breaking the ice. Jenny and Jeremy, breaking the ice.
My passion is golf, so the answer is straight up golf. The reason is that would mean that I could play courses like Augusta and Torrey Pines, and I would play them well. The ball would go where I wanted it to go. If I could choose any decade though, I would choose NBA basketball in the 1980s, because I'd be going up against names like Jordan, Bird, Thomas, Ewing, Drexler, Wilkins, and I think going up against those guys would bring out the best in me.
If I could be a professional athlete, I don't think I've ever uttered those words in my life. If I could be a professional, I could never be a professional athlete, but if I could, I don't know, maybe a hockey player so I could punch someone's teeth out. No, I'm not good at sports.
Hands down, I would be a baseball player, and I'd probably play for the California Angels, not Los Angeles. Well, maybe the Los Angeles Angels in 2002 with Tim Salmon and Garrett Anderson and Troy Gloss, all those awesome guys that won the World Series. But realistically, I'm never going to be a baseball player. In reality, since I just ran the Eugene Marathon yesterday here in Oregon, I'd love to be a professional marathoner. All I have to do is knock about 2 hours off my marathon time to be a professional. So I think it's still attainable.
The one piece of wisdom that I would give to any company that is looking to collect the voice of the customer is to close the loop. So at the end of the process, go back to customers and say to them, this is what you told us, this is what we've done so far, and this is what we plan to do. Because for them, they've spent time giving you feedback, and it's engaging for them because everyone wants to know that they've been listened to. The other benefit of doing that is that it will differentiate you from almost every company in the world who collects feedback and then doesn't go back to customers at the end of the process and tell them what they've done. So put it on your website, send them an email if you want to be more private about it, but in some way, go back and close the loop.
Okay, really. If I could give one piece of advice to a company about listening to the voice of the customer, would literally be to listen. Develop feedback programs, have systems in place where you get feedback, where it's easy to get feedback from customers, from the team, and you have ways to take action on these items of feedback that you receive. These are gifts. Really just sometimes even stepping into the customer's shoes and walking through the whole experience like that is beneficial. But if you really want to know what the customer is saying, listen and make it easy for them to submit their feedback.
One idea that I have as far as ramping up your voice of customer program at your organization, and I'm going to steal this insight from Lorraine Schumacher from Clarabridge. I heard her speak at the Open Talk conference last week. One thing she talked about was, say you do how many of you do a NPS survey, Net Promoter Score survey at your organization? Maybe even CSAT for that matter. But she suggested actually looking at the survey results for the 9s and 10s, your promoters on your NPS survey, and look at the comments they have. Even though they're promoters, they may still have some constructive feedback and criticism that you can take and improve your product. So be sure and pay attention to those. Don't just assume because they're 9 and 10 that they aren't offering you ways to improve your product or your service.
Me, a professional athlete? Okay, really.